Welcome to the hidden world beyond the curtains. Today, we're diving into one of the most iconic and controversial fascinations in art history, Edgar Degas and his ballerinas. You'll discover three things: why Degas was so drawn to dancers, why some critics question his gaze, and how his unique style forever changed how movement is portrayed in art. Why Degas loved painting ballerinas, and why some critics question it. Degas wasn't a dancer. He wasn't even particularly social. But something about ballet fascinated him. Not the glittering stage, but the discipline behind it. He spent countless hours in rehearsal rooms, sketching dancers as they stretched, trained, and repeated movements over and over. He was captivated by the contrast between elegance and effort. But today, that fascination raises questions. Many of the girls he painted were very young, often working-class teenagers training in difficult conditions. Degas often observed and sketched backstage, sometimes without their knowledge, focusing on their bodies mid-rehearsal, mid-exhaustion. There's no documented abuse, but this prolonged, detached gaze, always from the shadows, reveals a clear power imbalance. A wealthy, older male artist, repeatedly studying and painting vulnerable young girls. Was it admiration? Was it just detachment? Or was it something more controlling? That's the question some modern critics still ask. Was Degas documenting beauty or quietly asserting power? The balance between beauty and obsession. Degas didn't only paint graceful moments on stage. He painted the silence between them. Dancers slumped in chairs, bending over aching feet, waiting in corridors, adjusting costumes. He captured the work of beauty, not just the final product. His ballerinas aren't glamorous icons. They're tired, human, real. There's something intimate, even intrusive in the way he portrayed them. And that tension is everywhere. The viewer becomes a quiet observer too, watching through Degas' eyes. Rarely do his ballerinas look at us. We're not part of their world, just witnesses. This detachment may reflect Degas' own personality, distant, analytical, but it also adds a darker tone to his work. An obsession with form and repetition, but not necessarily with the people behind it. It's not cruelty, but it's not warmth either. Unique artistic style and perspective. Now let's talk about how Degas painted ballerinas and what made his art so different. He broke the rules of composition. Instead of centering his subjects, he placed them off to the side. Limbs were cropped. Perspectives felt accidental, like glimpses caught in motion. This was intentional. He was inspired by Japanese woodblock prints and early photography, which emphasized movement, asymmetry, and realism. Degas also mastered the use of pastels. His textures are soft, fluid, almost dusty, but full of color and energy. Light dances across fabric and skin. His paintings feel alive. But Degas didn't limit himself to painting. One of his most talked about works, Little Dancer, aged 14, sparked controversy when first exhibited in 1881. The original wax figure wore real fabric, ballet slippers, and even had a wig made of human hair, details that made her unsettlingly lifelike. Today, some of those materials have been replaced in bronze casts, but the impact remains. The sculpture challenged traditional ideas of what sculpture should be. cold, idealized, timeless, and instead offered realism, immediacy, and psychological depth. It marked a turning point in how artists could represent the human body. Degas didn't idealize ballet, he exposed it, raw, repetitive, beautiful, and brutal. And that's what gives his ballerinas so much emotional weight, even today. You'd like a deeper look at this sculpture, her story, materials, and legacy? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to make a separate video just about her. So, was it beauty or obsession? Degas gave us both. He showed the hidden world of the dancer. Grace layered over exhaustion. Elegance born from pain. He changed how artists captured movement. But he also left behind a legacy full of complex questions. His ballerinas endure not just because they're beautiful, but because they're unsettling, honest, complicated. What do you see when you look at a Degas ballerina? Let me know in the comments. And if you love art, untold stories, and the people behind the canvas, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more. Thanks for watching.